Lubrication is often called the lifeblood of the modern world. Without it, our entire industrial society would grind to a halt. The metal-on-metal friction of our world would quite literally seize up within minutes if lubrication suddenly vanished. But why does oil matter so much in our everyday lives? Beyond just cars, lubrication is silent and omnipresent. It's essential for food production. High-speed conveyors and processing plants rely on specialized food-grade lubricants. In electricity, power plant turbines, whether hydro, coal, or nuclear, rely on massive oil systems to spin at high RPMs. Even our infrastructure, like elevators and escalators, requires lubrication to function daily without seizing. And electronics? While you don't pour oil into a phone, the machines that manufacture microchips require ultra-precise lubrication. Any equipment that turns, from a simple fidget spinner to a massive jet engine, relies on bearings. In engines, pistons move thousands of times per minute. Oil prevents the rings from welding to the cylinder walls due to heat. Wheel bearings allow your car wheels to spin freely. Without grease, the friction would generate enough heat to melt the axle. In gearboxes, oil acts as a cushion between gear teeth, preventing pitting or chipping when high torque is applied. How does it work? At a microscopic level, no metal surface is perfectly smooth. They are covered in asperities, tiny peaks and valleys. When two metal surfaces slide against each other, these peaks collide, creating intense heat and wear. Oil works through film strength. It creates a physical barrier that separates the two surfaces. Instead of metal hitting metal, the peaks slide over a layer of oil molecules. This is known as hydrodynamic lubrication. To quantify this, we look at the coefficient of friction, represented by the Greek letter mu. The friction force F equals the coefficient mu times the normal force Fn, the pressure pushing the surfaces together. Lubrication's goal is to lower mu. Proper oil can drop the coefficient from 0.6 for dry steel to 0.05 or lower. Oil doesn't just sit on metal. It clings to it through a process called adsorption. Lubricants contain polar additives. These molecules have a head attracted to metal and a tail that stays in the oil. This creates a carpet that stays attached even when the machine is off, providing critical protection during the next cold start. Now, how is oil actually made? There are two primary types, mineral and synthetic. Mineral oil comes from crude oil pumped from the ground and sent to a refinery for fractional distillation. The oil is heated until it vaporizes. Heavier molecules left at the bottom are processed into base oils for lubrication. Synthetic oils, on the other hand, are not refined. They are built from scratch. Scientists break down gas molecules like ethylene and rebuild them into uniform chains called polyalpha olefins. Because every molecule is the same size, synthetic oil handles extreme heat and cold much better than mineral oil. Is oil recyclable? Yes. Motor oil does not actually wear out. It just gets dirty and its additives get depleted. Through re-refining, used oil is dehydrated, filtered, and distilled to remove contaminants like fuel, dirt, and metal bits. This restored base oil is just as good as virgin oil and can be reused indefinitely. Finally, we must consider the global impact. Why do conflicts in the Gulf region affect everyone? The Gulf region holds nearly half of the world's proven oil reserves, making it the heart of the global energy supply. Since oil fuels cargo ships and trucks, price spikes immediately increase the cost of everything, from bread to laptops. Oil is also the base for plastics, fertilizers, and medicines. Conflict threatens the raw materials needed for global security. From the microscopic peaks of a bearing to the global economy, lubrication is truly the silent force keeping our world in motion.